Welcome to the 2023 NAB Show. We're in Central Hall with a gentleman that I've known probably 10 years. Broadcast Beat is going to be 10 years old in December. Chris Exelby, founder and chairman of TSL Products. Yeah, we go way back in many shows.
It's been quite a journey to get where we are today.
Exactly. So Chris was gracious enough to put this device, I guess it's the TSL PAM IP, in our data center back in Fort Lauderdale. So if you guys could show the data center when you have a chance. But Chris, I'd like to talk about it, its features, what it does, and then if you'd like to chat about anything else, that'd be great.
Sure. So this is our PAM IP. I think you'll find the PAM, which we launched almost 10 years ago, you'll find it in master control rooms all over the world. Our first big win was in China, and now it's appearing everywhere in all major studios, PCRs. And it's what they use to check all the audio is present, all the phases are right, all the audio channels are where they're meant to be before it goes for compression, transmission, and play out. So it's the standard, if you like, for making sure that everything's okay before it goes out.
So another thing, so forgive me if for my ignorance, because we just got the unit. It's beautiful. The features that we are seeing already are amazing. It goes nice and loud, and it doesn't sound, over-modulated, that kind of stuff. Am I right in saying that you can show, it basically will do analog signals, it allows a facility that's moving to 2110 to make that transition with like a bridge, right?
Correct, that's right. So this will take SDI, AES, analog, it will take Dante, and it will take IP, which can be 2022-6 or 2110. So with this one product, you can monitor all your legacy feeds and all of the new feeds as well as some of the audio over IP like Dante.
Excellent. Well, that's really amazing. I was just hearing from Deanna in our control room. If you guys could show a shot of the control room, too, in Fort Lauderdale. This is a complete remote production. We've got cameras going to a live view pack, back to our receiver back in Fort Lauderdale, or multiple receivers, and then into our workflow with the TriCaster. So it's pretty exciting to then have it on NABshow.com and be broadcasting, live streaming to the audience. Deanna happened to mention back in our control room that she's using the Dante feature, and she's super happy with it.
Excellent.
So thank you for that. Anything else you'd like to talk about? I mean, you guys always have great products.
This product is our best-selling launch product ever in the history of TSL. We have sold more of these units in its launch month than we have ever sold anything before. And the reason? It's a 2110-30 native audio over IP monitor. So it works with an existing control system. If you're using Dante and an audio over IP 2110 network, you need Dante Control Manager. You've got 2110-30, you don't need to use that. You can use your regular control system. And this format is loved in the US by all the truck guys. We've got Dante, we've got Maddie, and now we've got 2110-30. Beautiful.
Wow, I just heard Maddie. I didn't even know you guys were supporting Maddie. That's amazing, too. I mean, you basically have every format on Earth. Right?
And you know what? What's so important? It doesn't really matter all the signals that this thing can decode. It's the button format, which the operators, the guys that sit down to do their job about mixing the slow-mos and so on, they instinctively know how to use it, and they don't care what the signal format is. So this is another really important product in the growth of the TSL audio range.
So we just got a message from somebody in our audience. We're actually taking messages, so make sure you send messages with the QR code or the phone number. John L. from Atlanta said, I can't even think of a production he hasn't done, or he can't even think of a production he hasn't done with the TSL Products monitoring unit.
Well, that's great to hear.
Pretty cool, right? Yeah. So, excellent. Well, let me just, before we go, any particular type of client that you work with the most? I assume it's like trucks or broadcast facilities, right?
Certainly, anywhere where anybody is sitting down and they're doing live. So, but that can be in studios, it can be remote studios, it can be in trucks, it's flyaway cases. Because not only are we involved in the audio management, it's the powering the products, remotely switching them on, switching them off, rebooting. It's the control, it's virtual panels. We're the guys that do all the really cool stuff, some of the stuff that the big guys don't do. We fill all the gaps in the jigsaw that make everybody's life that much easier.
And what made you? Well, you founded this company quite some time ago, but were you like a TD, or like was there a certain role that you did, or like what made you have that aha moment, like, wow, this is going to be a great product for the market?
It's working with customers. It's just being out there talking to customers, and they always tell you what they want, and actually it's just listening to it and making it work. And then also instinctively understanding what their goals are and then creating a product around that. Because obviously, if you just wait for people to ask what they want, they'll just ask for a faster horse, as we all know. And for instance, this product, it was great during COVID because you can remotely manage it. If you look at, there's a web page here. Amazing. You can see actually all the feeds. And if your remote engineer says, "Hey, I can't hear anything," or
you can literally check it.
You can change the volume. You can check it. You can change the routing if there's a major news event and you need to patch in a different feed. You know, there's been a disaster or something. Then you can do that for a journalist or an operator who's thousands of miles away.
Wow, excellent. Well, Chris Exelby, founder and chairman of TSL. It's been an honor knowing you for the last 10 years, and we're going to continue to do another 10 NAB shows. I don't think we'll make it to the next 100, but we're going to get there. From Central Hall, we're going to pass it off to Tess. Tess, I'm having a blast over here. We hope to chat with you soon as well.